Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to commentate over my video. So this is the Impossible Malenia mod updated. The update includes various changes, most of which make it way harder. Phase 2 in particular is nearly impossible this way, living up to its name. However, it can be bested. So first of all, the setup. Crucible Feather Talisman for extra iframes is absolutely necessary for this fight to be playable. This does mean you're going to be taking 30% extra damage, which is why I stack as many defensive buffs as possible to negate it. On top of that, you need to have light. So I level to 99 endurance, because you need good armor. You need good defenses, otherwise you just melt to everything. You still get one shot even with this setup. Anyhow, Phase 1 is not that difficult in comparison. It's still really hard, don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of openings and most of the times I get hit in Phase 1 is my own fault. Sometimes you get chipped a little, that's fine. Sometimes I have some strats where I risk getting chipped, it's fine. The only threat in Phase 1, the only real threat, is the waterfowl dance. The waterfowl dance is absolutely crazily buffed in this mod and has extra slashes on everything all the time. The best way I found to deal with it is to be very close. If she casts it at range, you're basically dead and nothing applies anymore. So you have to be very close, do a Bloodhound step to the left, and immediately roll backwards. Then you intentionally tank 3 hits, and then spam roll backwards. Without tanking the hits, you're going to get hit way more times than 3 hits. So it's just worth to tank it. Otherwise, it's technically possible to dodge everything, but it's extremely inconsistent and probably relies on some frame-perfect timing, which is just not realistic to do in a real kill. Anyhow, you can see I backed off. She goes passive just like vanilla Malenia when you get very far away, so I take this time to buff up for Phase 2. Because in Phase 2, once it started, there's zero opportunity to buff up. You can barely fit a heal window. I've only found one heal window, and I'm not even sure if it's a real one or if it's RNG. Anyhow, during Scarlet you can see you get constantly pummeled. You immediately go into her. If you try to stay far away, you're going to get fucked over by various attacks she can do. You need to stay aggressive in Phase 2. Most of these dodges are really tight, even with Crucible Feather Talisman. Sometimes you have to dodge early just so you can get a second roll off in time. On her triple slashes, it's very important to roll right at a specific angle, so that you both dodge all the flurry slashes and the puddle that she drops behind. This is a new strategy that I developed that I hadn't been using previously, and the mod creator also slightly nerfed the hitbox on the flurry, allowing it to be consistent. Without the slight hitbox nerf, it was still possible, but most of the times you would get clipped, even if you angle pretty well. And you can see right now, I can do it fairly consistently thanks to that update. As for the openings have been severely reduced compared to Malenia. The only real openings are the kicks, outspacing her attacks, and doing a clever trick where you differentiate between the 2 triple slashes, the one with the fast and the slow follow-up, and jumping, attacking if she does the slow one. This means you have a difficult mix-up and you need to learn how to read when she does the fast or the slow one before she actually does it. Which, the difference is she leans forward slightly more while dashing if she's going to do the slow attack. As for her thrust, she now has a mix-up on the thrust. She can either thrust immediately or delay it, and the difference is in the spark. You don't have much time to read this telegraph, so you have to be very quick, and this was very hard to learn as well. Lastly, here we have Scarlet again, but this time, compared to the first time, they mixed it up. Not only is the start faster and drops a puddle, there is now an altered pattern, requiring you to double roll some of them. I ended up messing up, but only getting hit once is not too bad. I risked healing twice, and it paid off, because even though I got chipped afterwards, I healed more than that. Afterwards, she was low health, so after dodging this flurry, just barely getting a little bit lucky because I messed up the strategy, it turned out okay. Now, I will let my live reaction play out. Holy shit! Let's fucking go, dude. Oh my god.
dear Mikola.